Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the topics on finance, personal growth, and wealth building. Today, we're covering a game-changing book that has shaped the financial mindset of millions. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Whether you're just starting out on your financial journey or you're looking for new strategies to build wealth, this book has something for you. In this video, I'm going to give you a comprehensive summary of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, breaking down the key lessons and concepts that can transform your financial future. So let's jump right in. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is more than just a book, it's a paradigm shift. Written by Robert Kiyosaki in 1997, this book challenges the conventional wisdom about money and investing. It's structured around the contrasting financial philosophies of two father figures in Kiyosaki's life. His biological father, whom he calls his poor dad, and the father of his best friend, who becomes his rich dad. These two men represent two very different approaches to money and life. Through their stories, Kiyosaki reveals why the rich get richer, the poor stay poor, and the middle class struggles with debt. The book is not just about earning more money, it's about changing the way you think about money, assets, liabilities, and the path to financial freedom. Kiyosaki's message is clear. If you want to escape the rat race and achieve financial independence, you need to think differently from the crowd. And it all starts with financial education. Key concept 1, the importance of financial education. The first lesson in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the critical importance of financial education. Kiyosaki argues that our education system is designed to produce employees, not entrepreneurs or investors. Schools teach us how to read, write, and do math, but they don't teach us how to manage money. This is why so many people, even those with high-paying jobs, struggle financially. They know how to work for money, but they don't know how to make money work for them. Kiyosaki's poor dad is a highly educated man with a PhD, but despite his education and hard work, he struggles with money. He follows the traditional path: go to school, get good grades, find a secure job, and work hard. But this path, while providing temporary stability, doesn't lead to financial freedom. In contrast, Kiyosaki's rich dad, who doesn't have a college degree, understands the power of financial education. He teaches Kiyosaki to focus not just on earning a paycheck, but on building assets and understanding how money works. Kiyosaki's key takeaway here is that financial education is the foundation of wealth. If you want to be rich, you need to understand the basics of accounting, investing, and markets. You need to know how to read financial statements, understand the tax code, and recognize opportunities. Financial education isn't just for the wealthy, it's for anyone who wants to take control of their financial future. Key concept 2, the rich don't work for money. One of the most powerful lessons from the book is that the rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. This statement might sound confusing at first, but Kiyosaki explains it brilliantly through his experiences with his rich dad. But the rich focus on creating assets that generate income for them, even when they're not working. Kiyosaki's poor dad worked hard all his life, climbing the corporate ladder, but he was always one step away from financial struggle. He believed that hard work and loyalty would eventually pay off. But in reality, his hard-earned money was consumed by taxes, bills, and liabilities. On the other hand, the rich dad focused on building a portfolio of income-generating assets, like real estate, businesses, and stocks. He understood that the key to wealth is not just earning more money, but making that money work for you. Kiyosaki uses the analogy of the rat race to describe the trap that many people fall into. They work hard to earn more money, but as their income increases, so do their expenses. They buy bigger houses, nicer cars, and more luxuries, thinking that these are signs of success. But in reality, they are accumulating liabilities, not assets. This keeps them trapped in the cycle of working to pay off debt and living paycheck to paycheck. The rich, however, break free from this cycle by focusing on acquiring assets. Things that put money in their pockets, not take it out. They invest in things that generate passive income, such as rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, and businesses. This way, their money works for them, and they can achieve financial freedom much earlier. Key concept 3. The importance of assets and liabilities. One of the core lessons in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki simplifies this concept by defining assets as things that put money in your pocket, while liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. This may sound basic, but it's a fundamental shift in thinking that can make all the difference in your financial life. For example, a house can be a tricky subject. Many people consider their home to be their greatest asset, but Kiyosaki challenges this notion. He explains that if your home is costing you money every month through mortgage payments, maintenance, taxes, and insurance, it's actually a liability, not an asset. An asset would be something like a rental property that generates income for you, or a stock that pays dividends. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him to focus on acquiring income, generating assets. These could include rental real estate, businesses, stocks, bonds, intellectual property, and even patents. The idea is to build a portfolio of assets that provide passive income, so you're not dependent on a paycheck. On the flip side, liabilities are things that drain your resources. This includes not only your mortgage, but also car loans, credit card debt, and other consumer loans. Kiyosaki stresses that the key to becoming rich is to minimize your liabilities and maximize your assets. The rich focus on accumulating assets that provide them with multiple streams of income, while the poor and middle class often accumulate liabilities, thinking they are assets. Key concept 4. The myth of job security. Another critical lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the myth of job security. Many people believe that having a secure job with a steady paycheck is the safest way to achieve financial stability. However, Kiyosaki argues that this belief can actually keep you stuck in the rat race. Kiyosaki's Poor Dad believed in the traditional path. Go to school, get good grades, find a good job, and work hard until retirement. But in reality, this path is fraught with risks. Jobs can be lost, companies can downsize, and industries can change overnight. If all your income comes from one job, you're vulnerable to financial instability. Rich Dad, on the other hand, taught Kiyosaki to create multiple streams of income. He believed in the importance of owning businesses, investing in real estate, and holding stocks. This way, even if one income stream dried up, others would still provide financial security. The key is to diversify your income sources and not rely solely on a job for your financial well-being. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of financial independence. He suggests that instead of working for money, you should focus on creating systems that generate income for you. This could be through owning a business, investing in real estate, or creating intellectual property like books or patents. The goal is to have enough passive income to cover your living expenses, so you're not dependent on a job to survive. Key concept 5. The power of corporation and taxes. One of the more advanced lessons in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the power of corporations and understanding taxes. This is where Kiyosaki dives into the strategies that the wealthy use to protect and grow their wealth. He explains that the rich often use corporations as a legal structure to shield their assets and reduce their tax burden. Here's how it works. When you work as an employee, your income is taxed before you get your paycheck. But when you own a corporation, you can earn income, spend on business expenses, and then pay taxes on what's left. This means you can legally reduce your taxable income by deducting business expenses like travel, entertainment, and even education. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him that the rich understand and use the tax code to their advantage, while the poor and middle class often pay the most in taxes because they don't know how to use these tools. Kiyosaki also emphasizes that understanding taxes is crucial for wealth building. He explains that the tax system is designed to reward those who contribute to the economy, such as business owners and investors. By creating jobs, investing in real estate, and owning businesses, the rich not only grow their wealth, but also reduce their tax burden. This is why it's so important to understand the basics of tax laws and how they can work in your favor. But this doesn't mean you need to be a tax expert. The key takeaway is that you should seek professional advice and structure your financial affairs in a way that maximizes your benefits while minimizing your liabilities. The rich know how to leverage corporations, trusts, and other legal structures to protect their wealth and pay less in taxes, and Kiyosaki urges us to do the same. Key concept 6, the mindset of the rich. At the heart of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the idea that wealth is not just about money, it's about mindset. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him that the way you think about money is just as important as how much money you have. The rich see opportunities where others see obstacles. They take calculated risks, and they are constantly learning and growing. Kiyosaki stresses that the rich don't fear failure. Instead, they see it as a learning opportunity. They understand that taking risks is necessary to achieve financial success, and they're willing to make mistakes along the way. The Poor Dad mindset, on the other hand, is more focused on avoiding risks and playing it safe. But this often leads to missed opportunities and limited financial growth. Another key aspect of the rich mindset is the belief in abundance. The rich believe that there's plenty of wealth to go around, and they don't see money as a zero-sum game. They focus on creating value, whether it's through a business, an investment, or a new idea. The Poor Dad mindset, however, often views money as scarce, leading to fear and anxiety about finances. Kiyosaki encourages us to adopt the Rich Dad mindset by thinking creatively about money and being open to new opportunities. He suggests that instead of saying, "I can't afford it," you should ask, "How can I afford it?" This shift in thinking opens up possibilities and encourages you to find solutions rather than focus on limitations. Key concept 7, the power of passive income. Another critical lesson in Rich Dad Poor Dad is the power of passive income. Passive income is money you earn without having to work for it actively. This can come from investments, rental properties, dividends, or royalties. The idea is that once you set up these income streams, they continue to generate money with little to no effort on your part. Kiyosaki explains that the rich focus on building passive income streams because they provide financial freedom. When your passive income exceeds your living expenses, you're no longer dependent on a job to maintain your lifestyle. This is the ultimate goal of financial independence. On the other hand, most people rely on active income, money earned from a job or business where you're directly involved. The problem with active income is that it requires your time and effort. If you stop working, the income stops too. That's why it's so important to start building passive income streams as early as possible. Kiyosaki suggests several ways to build passive income, such as investing in real estate, starting a business, or investing in dividend-paying stocks. He also emphasizes the importance of reinvesting your earnings to grow your passive income over time. The key is to focus on assets that generate income without requiring your constant attention. Key concept 8, overcoming the fear of failure. Fear of failure is something that holds many people back from achieving financial success. In Rich Dad Poor Dad, Kiyosaki talks about how his poor dad was always afraid of making mistakes and losing money. This fear kept him from taking risks and exploring new opportunities. On the other hand, Kiyosaki's Rich Dad saw failure as a necessary part of learning and growing. He believed that the only real failure is the failure to try. Kiyosaki shares that overcoming the fear of failure is crucial for financial success. He encourages us to see mistakes as learning experiences and to embrace the lessons they bring. The rich are not afraid to fail because they know that each failure brings them closer to success. They understand that taking calculated risks is essential to building wealth and achieving financial freedom. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of persistence. He explains that the road to financial success is not always smooth, and there will be setbacks along the way. But the key is to keep moving forward, learn from your mistakes, and never give up. The rich are persistent in their pursuit of financial independence, and they don't let fear or failure stand in their way. Key concept 9, the value of networking and mentorship. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad taught him that the people you surround yourself with can greatly impact your financial success. He emphasizes the importance of networking and finding mentors who can guide you on your journey to wealth. The rich understand the value of building strong relationships with people who can offer advice, support, and opportunities. Kiyosaki explains that having a mentor who has already achieved what you want can save you time and help you avoid costly mistakes. Mentors can provide valuable insights, share their experiences, and offer guidance on how to navigate challenges. Networking with like-minded individuals can also open doors to new opportunities and partnerships that can accelerate your financial growth. The poor dad mindset, on the other hand, often values independence and self-reliance, sometimes to a fault. But Kiyosaki stresses that building a strong network of mentors, peers, and advisors is essential for success. The rich are not afraid to ask for help, learn from others, and collaborate to achieve their goals. Key concept 10. The role of generosity in wealth building. One of the lesser discussed but equally important lessons in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the role of generosity in wealth building. Kiyosaki's Rich Dad believed in the principle of giving back and sharing wealth with others. He taught Kiyosaki that being generous with your money, time, and knowledge not only helps others, but also attracts more abundance into your life. Kiyosaki explains that the rich often give to charities, invest in their communities, and mentor others because they understand that wealth is not just about accumulation, but also about contribution. The act of giving creates a positive cycle of abundance, where the more you give, the more you receive in return. The poor dad mindset, however, can sometimes be focused on scarcity and holding on to what you have. But Kiyosaki encourages us to adopt a mindset of abundance and generosity. He suggests that giving is a way to align yourself with the flow of wealth and to attract more opportunities and prosperity into your life. Conclusion: applying the lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In conclusion, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is more than just a book. It's a roadmap to financial independence. The key takeaways are prioritizing financial education, invest in assets, understand the difference between assets and liabilities, create multiple streams of income, leverage the power of corporations and taxes, adopt the mindset of the rich, build passive income, overcome the fear of failure, value networking and mentorship, and embrace generosity. If you can apply these lessons to your life, you're well on your way to breaking free from the rat race and achieving the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. Remember, wealth is not just about how much money you have. It's about how you think about money and how you use it to create the life you want. Thank you for watching. If you found this summary helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. And if you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway from the book. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your wealth.